Previously on Chosen Ones. Heading out of Greenflower, our Sparks notice a battle taking place above the city between what appears to be Nather and another unknown deity. The group quickly rushes in to try and save as many people as they can, before a blinding white light erupts from the sky, leaving a crater where the once proud city stood. Brandy goes inside the crater after noticing specklings gathering at the bottom and sees that they appear to be eating black sapphires that survived the blast. He gathers as many of the stones as he can, and leaves to rejoin the group. Shui tries speaking to Marsh one last time before they leave, but she turns him away, saying their final goodbyes once again, more tragic than before. The party leaves for Moonfoam.
Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
So you guys continue on out of the crater that is now the city and continue on your path. Some of the townsfolk kind of going the same direction that you all are going towards Moonfoam. Others have kind of branched off, heading their own ways. Marsh has stayed behind to try and go reunite with her brother. And yeah, you are on the back of Hestia. The groups have kind of stayed away from yours. Everyone's kind of off in their own groups as they're heading out. It's pretty easy for you guys to travel without really super seeing anyone. Everyone knows where Moonfoam is, or kind of knows the general direction at least, so.
To Theo, Brandy will just be like, Are you doing alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
He's having a crisis. He saw two gods fighting and destroy a fucking town. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yep. But really though, are you alright?
How alright can you be when you witness a town getting destroyed, huh?
Yeah, that's fair.
But in general, I'll be okay. And you?
About as good as anybody can be doing, I guess. Ugh. Fucking hell, what the hell even was all that?
I think we figured out as best as we could. When we get to Moonfoam, or whenever we can, we should get back to the base.
Yeah, I was planning on getting in contact with them as soon as we found a place to stay, I think. Wouldn't be a bad call.
That sounds good.
If you need anything, let me know, alright?
Oh, yeah, you too.
Yeah, smiles, gives him a kiss on the forehead, and goes back to, I assume, steering Hestia.
Alviath is unusually quiet. He offers a prayer, and then he just kind of looks out into the distance.
Yeah, Shui, as well, is probably a bit quieter than usual. I think he's holding his beast blade. Not really conversing with it, just kind of holding it for solidarity.
His comfort sword.
Yes, his comfort sword. Do you think if we called Nather, that he would explain the situation?
I don't know that we want to call Nather right now.
Maybe give it a few.
Yeah, that seemed pretty, intense. I don't want to stroke the flames.
I think it's stoke, Brandy.
You know what? I think you might be right. Let me re-say what I just said. I don't want to stroke his flames. No. I wouldn't want to stoke the flames any further. Don't fucking laugh, shut up. Fucking heard you. Fucking heard that little exacerbated fucking like.
I kind of want it both to be canon. It's kind of funny.
Whatever Cassie chooses to go with, fucking go with.
I think you mean
Whatever.
stoke, Brandy. All right.
All right, fuck. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my god.
I got a lot on my mind. I'm shook. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's my nature to correct incorrect things.
Of course. God.
It just sounded really funny when you said stroke the flames. I'm like, that's definitely not right.
Yeah, no, you're right. Now's
You
the
don't-
time to bring that up.
You don't touch flames. You give them air to stoke them.
You don't touch flames. Maybe. Okay, anyway.
If all of that was canon, it'd be so like, why are you laughing?
Like, literally, Vias and Shui are like fucking broken, and they're just staring at them like, what the fuck is there to laugh about right
what the
now?
fuck
The
is
roles are
wrong
fucking
with you
the
two?
roles are reversed.
Yeah, I mean, if I would say to that, like, I'm trying to be serious right
Try
now.
to
You're
board
making me
here,
laugh.
fuckers.
You're making me
No, none of
laugh.
that's canon. Remove it all.
Shui's just like, yeah, you don't recognize that other god at all?
I mean, I've heard of him, but I know nothing.
What is it that you heard?
I know there's a skull god, and that's about it.
Oh. I guess if we wanted to, we could look that up.
It's one of the elemental gods. It might be in my Bible here somewhere.
Yeah, there are only so much of them, right?
Looking at the like energy blast skull guy was giving off, did it look a certain way? Like a certain element?
When you tried to like focus on him and look at it, it was very much like complete absence of light, just complete darkness.
Did Aviath actually take out his Bible?
Yeah,
Okay.
takes out his Bible and he starts looking. He has nothing better to do anyways.
It's not hard to find. I do like his like it might be in my Bible, and then just doesn't take it out. Everyone's like, okay.
You should take out your Bible.
Like, yeah, oh, right, of course.
No, he's just like, Aviath, you gonna look? No, I'm tired. I don't want to read.
Did you just see what fucking happened? God.
I only read the Claytor part. It's really short and easy. There's pictures. No.
He's a mountain and not there anymore. He doesn't talk. That's it.
He only has 2 tenants. That's why I picked him. No. Easy and straightforward. No.
It's like taking an art class in fucking middle school for your elective. It's easy.
But for my entire ideology. You pull out the Bible and you're looking through it, and there aren't a lot of elemental gods, so it's pretty easy for you to find this one. And you would know him to be, after looking it over, and it explains why you probably don't know as much about him. He's not one that you would have focused on at all. This is Verota, the elemental god of darkness. He's also known as the Gloomy Knight, and you would recognize that name as the god who makes God's brandy, which was given to Brandy at one point.
Oh, okay. So he relays all that information. He says, looks like elemental god of darkness makes God's brandy, apparently.
Wasn't that one of the missions that the compound was offering? To go get more tears from that fella?
Yeah, I believe that was one of our missions. There are probably people who have easier ways of obtaining it than going to the god himself.
Maybe. But, oh boy, I wonder if it had anything to do with that. Maybe. I don't know. That's, real bizarre.
Maybe Master Libris knows. She's close with the gods, I think.
I could try and ask her.
Looks at Brandy like, how?
I'm magical. I have magic that I can use to ask people things.
Can you ask my parents something? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, well, I might. I don't know. Are they elves? Probably not. No, I might be able to, actually. If he said that, he might actually. Oh, well. Hold on. Let me check the specificity of the spell.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of glad I said that.
Oh, known to me, yeah. So if I know of them.
Well,
But they have to be on the same plane of existence, so maybe not.
maybe not. Anyway, she was like, can you ask Master Liberus, I mean?
Yeah, should be able to. Once we get a chance to catch our breath and rest a bit, I should be able to get in contact with him. I've been fussing around with something recently, so I might be able to do that.
I would also note before we get much farther that in your Bible it notes that he is also the god of wrath and grief, Verota.
He just reads out loud, God of wrath and grief.
One of them looked pretty pissed.
And they did say they did not permit this act of wrath.
Yeah. Something wasn't right. There's more shit we don't know, huh?
We'll have to ask a lot of questions.
Sure will.
They might be questions that no one but the gods have answers to. I doubt this was explained to anyone before the conflict started.
Well, it won't hurt to ask the mentors.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Especially Libris, who seems to be real, eating good with folks like Nather, and, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I suppose if someone knows them better, they might be able to take a guess.
Yeah.
It is starting to go into the evening at this point.
Are we gonna, that's a question, are we gonna even get to Moonfoam during this day or no?
No, it takes about a day.
What do you say, boys? We wanna make camp and rest for the evening?
We've had quite a day, so yeah.
I suppose that would be good. It would also be good to encourage... Is there anyone else traveling near us? He starts, poking his head around.
We're so far ahead of them.
I mean, I was gonna say we were on carriage. I feel like we're, way far ahead.
Yeah, Viath probably would insist on going slow to keep an eye on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he'd be like, it would be good to encourage everyone to make a campsite nearby, just so we can all look out for one another.
They also saw a jabber on their way to Greenflower, didn't they?
You did,
Yeah,
and
it got
Thanos.
Yeah. So, just to be on the safe side.
I can say, you travel for a bit, and after settling down, a couple groups go by, and they seem to agree to settling down to camp nearby with you.
Plus, it's getting dark, and who wants to travel at night?
I will note, of the people who agreed to go to Moonfoam, not a single one of them had one of those masks that indicated they were from the Prime Capital.
I mean, that figures.
They're missing out.
We didn't want them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
I'm sure that's absolutely not going to bite us in the ass later, and that's why Cassie specifically chose to point it to us.
Anyway, so when you say it like that, it just makes it sound like I have to now. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I guess I gotta rewrite my notes here.
100 jabbers come over the hill
to fetch a pail of water.
That is a very scary thought.
I will also note, when your search for trying to find people, you did not see Flynn anywhere.
Wasn't looking for him.
I sure as hell hope he died in the fucking explosion.
Nobody was looking for him.
I know he fucking didn't, but goddamn, fingers crossed. I almost had Brandy fucking say that while he was in the crater, God, I hope to God Flynn fucking just ate dust.
You guys eventually settle down. There are a couple groups kind of near you. Looks like a mother and her 2 children, a couple elves kind of hunkering down nearby. You see kind of a couple of what appears to be the tourist guides who had been in the Hall of Fame, also kind of hunkering down nearby, definitely looking at your group and seeming concerned and whispering to each other.
What are they whispering?
You can roll a perception check.
Viath is also interested because he's an attention whore.
They're talking about me.
They're talking about how great I am. 7.
What do I hear that's more than a Viath?
Oh, you got an 8 and a 7
respectively.
Oh, okay.
I hear a little more of nothing than a Viath
You
does.
both don't hear anything. I'll say with an 8, you hear both of them whispering. If I just hears it sounds like one, the other one's too quiet, he can't even tell they're whispering. Just sounds like one person to him. I'm probably not going to include that for podcasting's sake. That's not interesting at all. But that was boring. This is boring detail. Anyway.
And now you have to include it because of that.
Because I pointed it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys settle down for the evening. Was anyone staying to do watch, or are you guys just completely going to bed?
Oh, yeah.
Who is watching?
Me.
I sneak.
I have shit I want to do at night. Anyway.
Okay, Brandy is staying up. As you guys are settling down to go to bed, Viath, can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Uh-oh.
Vice dead.
Uh-oh. 14.
14? Damn, you have a good modifier, too. You feel very oddly warm as you're kind of hunkering down to go to sleep, but Viath almost feels like your throat is, like, on fire.
Oh. I took too long to take care of this curse thing.
Sure fucking did, huh?
And your head is just aching. It just hurts so much as you're trying to, like, lay down to go to sleep. Your helmet seems to kind of be fitting oddly.
Oh, he's turning into a tiefling.
Yeah, he's gonna take off the helmet, and he's gonna attempt to remove curse.
Are his eyeballs glowing?
What does he look like under his helmet now, Cassie?
Is anyone looking at him right
Fuck yeah, if he's being weird.
now?
And like, my throat is on fire, fucking yes.
Okay. I would say roll an investigation check if you're looking at him.
Oh, fuck.
Shui, I think, settled down next to him.
15.
So I will roll 2. I got a 16.
16? Okay, so 15, 16. I would say you both notice it then. Those purple veins on Aviath's neck seem to have turned almost like silvery and golden instead of purple. Like they've lost saturation and seem to kind of be dying down despite the fact they're still kind of creeping up his face. And it does appear that kind of like in the middle of Aviath's forehead is like a bump.
He casts remove curse.
Roll a Arcana check.
Oh, well, I'm gonna fail then. 3.
You cast Remove Curse, and you do feel that heat kind of die down a little bit.
I poke the bump on his forehead.
Okay. It feels hard.
That feels like bone, partner. You growing a horn there, Aviath?
Oh, this is worse than I thought.
What's worse than you thought?
I think it's part of this curse.
You're cursed?
I mean, these purple veins don't seem normal.
We kind of found out on the road.
They are not purple anymore, by the way.
They're a little gray now.
Aviath has to close his eyes when he takes off the helmet, so he doesn't know that.
Like Theo said, they're like silver and gold now.
Oh, well, that's a more appealing color.
No, not really.
Even if they're different, you still have that, your forehead.
Okay, I'll say now you can open his eyes. It's been like a minute-ish. I'm feeling a little overheated, so I think I'll sleep without my armor this time.
Okay.
Alright.
I was gonna say something really stupid. I changed my mind now.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the guides nearby whistles.
Oh yeah, they do. Look at him. He's a fucking beefcake. Of course they fucking do.
When he's like, I'll sleep without my armor on, and like takes some of it off, you just hear, I can't whistle, but yeah. Yeah.
After Aviath takes his armor off, Theo wants to check to see how far the veins go, basically. Like if they're on his arms or something, or just his neck.
They seem to mostly be on his neck. I assume he's wearing clothes.
I would also assume that.
But
No,
he does
he's
have
fucking
like a
nude.
tank top, so
He
you
has
can kind of
what?
see his arms. He has a tank top.
I thought he said he has a crop top.
Fuck, yes he does. Jay, that's canon now.
No.
Look at him, of course he would. Has a crop top that says Claytor across it.
Anyway, Theo wanted to check Aviath, and he wanted to, like, check the temperature, because he said he's overheated. He wants to, like, check his temperature and all that stuff. He wants to see if the veins themselves are warm, like, to the touch outside. And then he also just generally wants to check his forehead stuff.
Why don't you roll an investigation check, too?
Not like medicine?
We can do medicine. You can pick. I think either one works. Depends. You'll get different results.
I'll help you with the medicine. I can do medicine, you do investigation.
He's basically just looking very, very sad, pretty much. It was just like, I'm sorry we haven't been able to get this checked out sooner, Aviath. 18 for investigation.
Gotta cut your head off. I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do. It's just gotta come off. I'm sorry.
Brandy got a nat 1.
I wouldn't say that I'm a medical professional, but I've seen a doctor before. You gotta remove your head, Aviath. It's just, there's nothing. There's no saving
the
it.
rest of you is useless. We can only save the head.
We can only save the head. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and with your 18 investigating it, I would say when you kind of touch those veins, they're not hot. They're icy cold to your touch. And in terms of where they extend to, they don't appear to be going down his arms as much as you can tell, but they do seem to be heavily focusing and going towards his back.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Hey, roll over there for a second, Aviath.
Are you trying to figure out where this goes? I can take off my shirt for a second.
It's just that the veins are going this way, and we just want to check. They're cold, by the way. They're cold to the touch.
Oh.
Cold.
Huh. I guess I'll put the armor back on, but after we check this out, of course.
I mean, if you're warm, it's just that to an outsider, it feels cold. Anyway, let's check that out. So where do they go? Do they go to his wings? Do they go to his wings?
They totally go to his wings, don't they?
They seem to be extending towards his wings, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this thing might be, transforming you into something there, buddy.
Perhaps it's targeting my spark.
Oh, that might be... Maybe.
That doesn't explain the growth.
Yeah, the horn that you're starting to spout.
Are you certain it's a horn? I suppose it would be. That's...
I mean, I got a pair myself that feels like a bone growth on his... Listen, with my 3 that I got on medicine, I'm pretty sure. Could it be that they turn you into a tiefling or something?
Roll a history check.
Damn.
18. What about to Aviath?
Is Aviath rolling?
I mean, Aviath, I don't know, he could.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
Okay, I'll have Aviath roll anyways. 6.
Nope, you don't know. Anyway. So you would know, Theo, that it is possible for people to become tieflings or asmers. Not everyone is born as one. In terms of something specifically like this happening, like in this particular case, I would say, Brandy, you would know, because you got a 22.
Sure did.
And just stuff with your history. I would say you've heard whispers, based on where you're from, of a Asmer specifically being turned tiefling before. And just based on the way that this sounds like a similar description.
I don't want to scare you, Vith, but I've heard of a situation that is almost the exact same as this. Another Asmer being transformed into a tiefling.
Well, if it's just being turned into a tiefling, I can live with that.
That was a test. You passed. I'm so happy for you. You fucking passed. Look at you. The growth. That's what we call growth of I. I'm sorry. I'm so... Ugh. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, you, it's strange. I guess, why the hell would because it only started after the Abigail grabbed you, right? Why the hell would he even want to do that?
Well, maybe he's specifically turning into the kind of tiefling that the Abigail is.
We're gonna be twins then, I guess.
I get the feeling there's something a bit more sinister behind this.
I would assume so.
I would only fear that he would have some kind of power over you. That's my only thought.
I would note there was only the singular bump in the middle of Aviath's head.
You only got the one bump, so, interesting enough.
Well, not to worry. I'm quite resilient. I'll just fight it off. He's trying to...
Don't, please, for the love of God, don't shit yourself, Aviath, please.
I'm not... I'm fighting the curse.
I will let you, because it's been a while in campaign, I will let anyone who wants to roll another history check to try and recall about, Aviath's, the changes, I guess.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Just a history check to recall something that you guys don't remember, so.
5.
19.
Okay, I would say with a 19, and I guess it would make sense that Brandy would remember. You've only ever known, or not known, but I guess just in general, the only other tiefling that you have seen that only has a singular horn was the statue in the Hall of Infamy, which was Ambrose.
Oh, shit. Like, yeah, remember when we were in the statue in the Hall of Infamy, that person Estel told us about, Ambrose, also only had one horn in the center of their head.
Is that significant, do you think?
Well, if it's... I don't know, it sounds like it might be. I mean, it's significant enough, I would imagine, if there's only been one other... I mean, that we are aware of. There's only been one other tiefling with just a single horn in the center of the head.
Well, in that case, we'll definitely have to get you to Estel.
Ambrose was a weird fucker, too. I guess tried to force their religion on other folks, or to follow one god, Lemony. You know anything about Lemony, Aviath? Any relation there?
Can you do a religion check, I guess?
Have you done a religion check on Lemony before?
I don't think so.
I don't remember gods. I'm so bad at the names.
You're good. You don't have to do a check. I would say just the only knowledge that you know is that they are a fae that is very hard to find, that vanishes and disappears randomly. They're known as Lemony of the Lost. They're bright and bubbly archfey, pop up in odd places. They don't seem to stay in one place very long and seem very curious about the world, but yeah, they seem to choose their followers and very rarely take on people. So there's not a lot of people who directly have any kind of communication with them, like warlocks or anything like that, or because they tend to, even if you follow them, they still tend to only pick who they contact very specifically. So, and it's very hard to contact them because they vanish and reappear.
Aviath would just basically convey that Lemony is just a fae that's rather hard to track down and communicate with.
I don't know, it just seems, like a weird coincidence. Maybe I'm just putting stuff together because it's so fresh in my mind, but it certainly is, bizarre. We are kind of just grasping at straws here. We don't really know what is, happening.
You did learn recently, Brandy, based on your talk with the magic man, that they are related.
Ambrose and Lemony?
No, Lemony and...
Abergrim?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He would then specify, like, well, Lemony happens to be, kin of, Abergrim. They're related in some way.
Coming up with theories isn't really my specialty. I just smite things.
I know. I'm just saying that if Ambrose was a person that was going around trying to get people to convert to Lemony, and Abergrim cursed you to become a tiefling that looks similar to Ambrose. I'm just saying. And Ambrose was a fallen one. I assume there's some big connection there.
Does that mean I'm also going to stop praising Claytor and start praising Lemony?
I think you're... No. I think you're good on that front. I'm just...
Oh.
Something's off.
Well, I tried asking around town. I tried doing everything I could. No one seems to know.
Well, at least we have a little bit more to go on, now that you're, I suppose, if it is a horn, now that it's starting to grow in.
I suppose so. And he starts putting his armor back on.
Shui fell asleep.
She was like, oh, this is so interesting.
Maybe one of the mentors could do something about it. They're all pretty powerful.
You can communicate with magic, right? Could you contact one of them?
That was the plan once I had the chance.
Sounds good. I'm getting quite tired. It's been a long day, so we can continue talking about this tomorrow.
Yeah, y'all get some rest. I'll take the first watch.
Okay.
All right, you all go to sleep. Are you doing anything tonight, Brandy?
Fuck yeah, I am. I'm doing a few things. Okay, first, we're sitting around a fire, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We got like a pot or some shit?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna put the coal piece of my twinned outcome, the pebble that I have, into the fire.
Gotcha.
to watch it burn. And then while watching it burn, I'm going to put the gold pebble, I guess, into a pot and let it melt.
You let it melt, and it kind of shimmers a bit and seems to kind of expand, condenses down and outward, and forms into a small key.
Oh. Flips it and puts it into his hand and is like, ah, fuck, ah, shit. And drops it to the ground.
It shatters. And I say, ah!
Yeah, but then once that's done, like, looks it over, confused. A key. The hell? Picks it up and looks it over.
Yep, just looks like a small key.
Nothing significant about it, just a small key.
You can roll a check if you're trying to get more information. It would depend on the check you're doing for what you would get.
I'd imagine first thing he'd do is look for, like, look at the details of it. If there are any more.
So, investigation?
Yeah, that probably fits. I'm bad at that. Oh, 15.
15. You're examining it and looking this key over. Based on the way it is built and the way it looks, you think it fits a music box.
For a music box? That's bizarre. And then does it seem magical in any way? Is it giving off any sort of aura or something like that?
Doesn't seem to be, no.
Okay. Well, better hold on to this then. I'm assuming I have, like, some sort of string or some shit just from the many things we have. I'll make a little necklace for the key and put it on so I don't lose it. And then it's dream time, baby. I got a few people I need to fucking contact. And my sheet is telling me I have 3 5th level spell slots. That seems wrong, but oh well. I'm going to cast Dream. Takes a minute. And so Brandy, like, moves, sits down, takes a handful of sand and pours it, like, in a circle around himself. Says it needs a dab of ink. He dabs some ink onto the, like, around the sand, I guess. And then holds on to a plucked quill that he has, because components. And enters a trance.
He's like, oh yeah, my useless junk is finally...
It's like, finally. It's a feather he pulled from Cockaroo before they left. I'm going to enter a trance state and attempt to contact Libris.
Gotcha. So you go into this trance, and you appear in a blank void.
Oh.
You're standing just in nothing, and the ground below you appears to have, like, white ripples extending from where you are standing.
Libris!
Looking around, you see what appears to be a woman, almost entirely in white, laying on the ground. But as you kind of look at her closely, she appears to have the head of a rabbit with antlers coming out of her head. And there seems to be just a little sliver of almost like a black shadow over this white form that seems to be permanent when she is moving.
Libris?
You see this person kind of sit up and turn towards you very rapidly. And when they do, you see kind of like a white butterfly flutter up from the ground where they were staring.
Who are you?
Brandy. Pleasure.
Who's that?
Who are you?
I don't know.
Is that right?
Did you come for this one?
And she gestures towards the white butterfly that's fluttering around her.
Who's that, butterfly you got there?
Don't know. She came here.
Holds hand out to butterfly.
It very quickly kind of flutters over towards you and lands on your hand.
Wave your wings twice if you're Libris.
Does not move.
Wave them once if you're, Dashi.
Waves once.
Dashi. Well, glad we found you, partner. Hang on, I guess. I don't know if I... So, here's a question. Miss... Do you have a name?
This one keeps calling me Winona.
She points to the butterfly.
Winona. I've heard that name. You're Shui's friend, right? Pretty close friends, actually.
Oh. He just came pretty recently. I think it's too early for someone to be here again.
Yeah, I'm a little confused myself. I guess I'm a little, lost. Sorry about that.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, you can say that again, partner. You wouldn't happen to know where, Libris is. She's kind of, short, has orangish brown hair, usually wears like a blue dress with, butterflies and, oh, well, there's like butterflies on it.
No, I don't know who that is.
Well, sorry to, bother you then.
No worries.
I'll let you, go back to what you were, doing then, maybe?
I was doing something.
I'm not sure, were you?
Don't know. Usually someone comes and sings to me.
Do you want someone to sing to you then?
It's familiar.
The thing with this spell is he can shape the environment of the dream, creating landscapes, objects, and other images. I'm gonna make myself a lute.
Okay.
And he holds it and looks to her. What kind of music you like?
Sounds a little something like this.
And she'll start to hum.
He will play along with it. And as a part of it, he can shape the dream to make sure that just continues so long as they're dreaming. So, yeah, and it just lasts 8 hours, so that's just going to be a thing that happens for her. And she will remember it perfectly upon waking up. Meaning, maybe she'll know next time she visits. I don't know. She says she'll remember it perfectly, so fucking... Just saying. That'd be neat.
You can roll a history check, though, real fast.
Uh-oh. Fear. 20.
Listening to that humming that she was doing, it sounds familiar to you. You remember Shui at one point humming that when recalling it being something Essence had sang.
Interesting. Okay. Sounds good. He'll keep that in the mental bank. And his messenger, quote unquote, which is just him, will keep playing for her while Brandy, steps out of it himself, consciously. Does he have the butterfly with him?
Nope, it vanishes.
Ah, shit. Well, got a couple more uses out of this. Libris was a no-go. I guess I'm gonna try and get in contact with... I almost said Peter. That seems like a bad call. Who sleeps? Who do I want to talk to? Estel or Wynn?
Technically, according to the rules, elves don't sleep, they trance, but because you wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that you're looking to do tonight if you can't contact elves, we're just going to ignore that, because that's no fun.
He's going to flip a coin. Okay. Estel. I'm going to use Dream, contact Estel.
So you enter into Estel's dream, and it appears that she is sitting on the side of a cliff. And the moon appears to be kind of strangely eclipsed in a starless sky. And there's a figure standing next to her that is hard for you to make out. You appear to kind of be back in an inky blackness that's almost outside of the dream that she appears to be in. But there are sounds of whispers coming from both of these figures.
I make them not look blurry with my dream powers.
The person?
Yeah.
I would say from where they are standing and looking at them, appears to be kind of like a shadow fae, seems to be holding some kind of mask in their hands.
Freezes. Fuck. Bad. They're whispering? What are they whispering?
Can you just hear them with your dream powers?
I mean, it literally says I can shape the dream to my will or whatever the fuck.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess you can just hear it without having to roll anything. Estel is talking to this figure and just goes, "Did you know he was coming?" And there is a pause before you hear back in a voice that is familiar to you only in the sense that you very recently heard it.
No, but I felt like I knew him, just not yet.
And she kind of sighs, and you see her lean forward and be like, "So it's happening again." And the figure kind of leans down next to her and puts a hand on her back.
Perhaps the next book things will be different, but you should prepare the ark just in case.
And you hear her kind of laugh in response to that. And she's just like, "Running away to let the world burn. That's not very heroic of you, Carmentus." And he just fully sits down next to her, staring out at this starless sky.
Everyone's in the family. Your father always was one to run too.
And she kind of leans into him and is like, "I'll miss you. It was strange having an uncle for a patron." And he looks down at her.
It was only a matter of time before I truly died anyways. Whether my role in all this changed or not, that is the fate of all heroes.
And they seem to just be sitting there staring out at the sky.
Bitch.
Yeah, hold on, I'm fucking reeling for a second.
Oh my
Give me a
god!
sec.
If this was like actual podcast, I'd rewind.
Yeah.
So I can hear that part again. Can you say it again, Cassie? You want to redeliver that
Yeah,
line?
so Slane's Carmentus.
Yes.
Estel's uncle, fate of all heroes is to die. Prepare the ark, or she's preparing the ark.
That's what you heard, yes. So you're watching them for a moment, and you see that figure next to Estel kind of very quickly put on that mask that's in his hand and turn his head very rapidly towards you. And you see a single glowing yellow eye in the center of that mask where a bunch of horns are kind of protruding outwards, and he seems to be staring directly at you.
Someone is listening.
And then he vanishes.
Howdy.
Starts, turns over her shoulder, seems confused to see you here.
Uncle Carmentus, huh?
Brandy.
That slain fella?
Does she know this is a spell you're casting on her?
It doesn't say that they know. It just says if she was awake, she would have known that I was trying to contact her this way. So, no, it doesn't look like that. She knows.
Then yeah, she just seems very confused, and it's just like, that's an odd time for things to change.
Normally I have dreams like that.
Still seems to kind of be squinting at you. Why are you here?
I'm contacting you. My, friends and I have finished our mission and would like some assistance coming back to the, new base, as it were. I tried contacting Libris, but I didn't get a hold of her, I guess.
She's busy with the other team of Sparks right now.
Yeah, seems like a whole lot of weird dreams tonight.
This is a spell. You're casting a spell?
It's dream. It's to contact you.
And you saw that?
I saw something.
Just seems very... not necessarily like she's been caught, just like uncomfortable that that moment was seen by someone else. Like it seemed very intimate.
You alright?
Would have liked to have said goodbye in peace.
Well, I wasn't aware of the situation, unfortunately. It was either you or Wynn, and I wasn't sure magic would go through to him.
It wouldn't, no.
Sorry. I didn't, mean to intrude.
You wanted someone to come get you.
We saw Nether and the god Verota fight over Greenflower. It's a crater in the ground now.
It's... gone?
Completely. The four of us managed to get as many folks out of town as we could, but it's dust.
Nether is a peaceful god.
Sure didn't seem peaceful in that moment. He was furious.
And Verota stopped him.
Yeah.
Or tried to.
An explosion. Just of radiant energy, just nothing. The whole town's gone.
I have never known that god to ever act out in that manner before. He is a messenger.
I couldn't tell you. It was bizarre. We had a whole bizarre day. Got into a fight with a judge turned jabber, got into a fight with a woman who worships.
You see her eyes kind of go wide at that. You fought with the judge of Greenflower?
Yeah,
And is she dead?
as far as we know.
Oh, Nether. She looks kind of down at that.
Is that why?
Nether is very particular about those that he makes God touched.
Well, that's unfortunate. I only wish she hadn't, taken that route. Seemed like her body didn't remain around much longer after we got the jabber ick off of her.
It seems like it was probably just a misunderstanding then.
Perhaps. And then we fought her alongside some priest who, like I said, worshipped, I assume, the person who's hurt, Carmentis?
She looks over towards the spot where that figure had been before and just kind of very slowly nods.
Yeah, when I heard the name, it sounded like something similar to Aviath, where he heard the true god's name and then he, or at least Merlin, took quite a bit of damage. I had a similar experience.
They pick their names.
Is that right? Suppose that makes sense why I was going by Slain and not Carmentis.
He picked what he wanted to have happen to him, eventually.
I see.
Not this soon.
Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's okay.
I'm only concerned now that, based on who it sounds like is taken over, they aren't exactly, exciting, to say the least, based on Aviath's reactions and based on, I guess, going off of how that priest acted, doesn't seem like too great a person.
I don't know. I don't know everything.
Right. I hadn't expected you to really know any of the answers. In fact, I didn't expect to have this conversation with you or yet, at least. I was just trying to come by and let you know.
You met him then before?
I did.
You remembered meeting him?
I did. I even got a little paper, a limerick from him, I suppose.
Just seems kind of like at a loss. Doesn't even seem to know, like, how to begin to explain what is happening.
He will go towards the cliff next to her. Look, I'm not expecting any explanations right now. You're probably going through your own grieving process.
A lot of my magic was just stripped away all at once.
Ah. Sorry to hear that.
At least I'm still a wizard.
You can't find another being who might be in good favor?
Not one that I would want.
Let me sell you on Claytor for a second.
Does he actually say that?
Yeah, he tries to, like, make her laugh at least a little.
She does kind of have, like, a tiny chuckle at that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of guards would want me anyway.
Why's that?
Remind them of a place they'd rather not remember.
I see. Well, I'm sure you could find one or two out there. I mean, if a fellow like me, of all people, can find a god willing to take them in, I'm sure someone like you probably could find someone too.
I don't think he wants anything to do with me either.
Is that right?
He's about redemption.
Interesting.
I don't know if I've fallen too far or not far enough for him.
I gotta ask, if you'd like.
kind of glances at you. I always thought it would be interesting to get a tattoo.
Well, maybe. I got a lot of them, so.
The most I've ever seen on someone from him.
I need it, I'm sure. I got a lot of, well, you know. Got a lot I need to atone for.
Well, before we moved the facility, Arthur did actually come back and came with us to the compound. He was going to head back to the old one to move his lab here pretty soon. If you want to meet him there, I'm sure he'll take you back here.
Right. How's he doing?
He was gone for a while. Not just here. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Seems afraid, but that's just how Arthur is. Afraid of everything.
Right. I'll see what the party thinks, and if they are willing, we can go and see if we can hitch a ride with Arthur.
And we'll cut your journey in half, unless you want to spend 2 weeks on the road with your strange buff horse.
Yeah, she really is the biggest fucking horse. It's intimidating. Half the time I don't think I'm driving the wagon, I think she's driving me along.
Has anyone else in your group seen him or seen Slain recently that you know of? That remembered too?
Not that I know of.
Have your sparks at all gotten stronger as a group?
I know that me, Theo, and Avith have, yeah.
Then he's come to visit you.
Well, not sure how much we all remember. As far as I know, I'm the only one who noticed, but they sure noticed when he stepped in. Apparently, I was moving around and it looked like I skipped through time, I guess. And I was trying to help him, he was bleeding out.
I'm sure he appreciated the attempt.
I just wish there was more I could do. I'm not the healing type, so.
It's okay. Shuey, though, you said he hasn't had anything like that happen?
No, but we found out quite a bit about Shuey. Something strange.
Well, if his spark does improve, I would just be careful. I don't know what this new one is like.
Yeah, there's definitely a concern there.
If you haven't put it together, they make those stronger sparks. They improve sparks.
You're right, yeah.
And it's up to them to pick a chosen one.
Oh, fuck. That's, worrisome.
Again, I don't know this one, though. I just know it was too soon. Very soon.
Yeah, a lot up in the air. A lot of conflicting emotions in my head right now. I don't know what's going on.
It's confusing. I don't know if it's going to get any less confusing anytime soon. There's a lot of moving pieces.
When is it ever?
There is some merit to Arthur's concern, though, about... I'm sure he's given his spiel to you before. Everything collides at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, he's told us. God, he's gonna be so fucking giddy to rub it in my face when I have to come back to him.
I don't know if he's going to be excited to be right about this.
Well, I don't know. No, I still don't know what's going on. Yeah.
We can talk when you come back.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. We are trying to process that the whole town vanished, got fucking destroyed in front of our eyes, and we saw two gods fighting each other, and we fought a giant jabber in the ocean, and fucking we saw several it's a whole lot of shit.
It does sound like quite a lot.
Hey, didn't stop the ghost ship, though. Just heads up.
Well, you failed then. She tries to smile.
Yeah, well, it was one of the 9 were on the ship. 4.
Smile falls immediately.
Yeah. I was gonna get in contact with 4, actually. I wanna chat.
Why?
You know why.
She was just following orders.
I'm not mad. I'm just interested. That's all.
Well, just remember what I said. Be careful. If there's any more improvements in your sparks and you don't have any recollection of anything strange happening, then just be careful.
Yeah, will do. I'll leave you to your dream. I'm sorry, again.
She kind of looks up towards the sky, and as you're looking up, you can see like these stars kind of start to dot the surface of the sky. And she smiles a bit, and she's like, well, this is an interesting sight for you to come to. If things keep going the way they are, maybe you'll see this too, one day.
Is that right? What is this?
The beginning of a new universe.
Oh. I'm gonna try not to sound horrified at that. And the existentialism of that. That's, I'm sure I'd be lucky to live that long. But judging on how my first run around went, I don't think I'm gonna be around that long.
It might come sooner than you think.
Well, let's hope not. If we got anything to say about it. Which, not too sure we do, but one can, hope. Right?
Kind of nods a bit at that.
Well, I'm gonna head out. If you still need somebody to chat with, I can leave a, messenger here. I can shape your dream, I suppose.
I think I'd rather maybe be alone this time.
Alright. Well, I'll leave you to it then, and I'll see you when we, get back.
She nods a little bit at that and looks up towards the sky and sighs again. She's like, Arthur's not the only one who's lived too long.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Pats her back as he walks off.
Yeah, and you kind of exit that dream space and fade off.
Disappears, makes it a little prettier in the scenery for Estel
Okay.
as he leaves.
Gotcha.
Alright. 2 down, 1 to go, but I can't do it right now, probably, as far as I know.
And actually, we're going to switch over real fast.
Okay.
Shui.
Hello.
Hello. You're sleeping. Kind of, just...
Oh no, I just realized what this might be.
I wish I stayed asleep.
No, you still, as far as you are concerned, appear to be sleeping. But you wake up, still kind of have that sense that you might not be awake, and you appear to be in a completely black void. And at first you're like, oh, this must be the moon again. But looking down, the ground doesn't ripple. There doesn't seem to be any give like you're used to when you visited Winona. But instead you see kind of like this figure in front of you on the ground, kind of crumpled up. It looks... The best way I can describe it is it's kind of like when you see like a bug die, where it's like on its back with its like legs up, curled in on itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like twitching on the ground, essentially.
So Shui wakes up in this space, this void, and he said, other than that creature he sees down there, there's like nothing to the scenery at all. It's just darkness.
It appears to be complete darkness at first, and as you're focusing on this creature, you do see kind of like this flickering start to appear around you, as suddenly just kind of like a TV screen opens, except you wouldn't know, just a screen opens all around you, kind of circling you entirely with these screens that kind of remind you, I guess the closest thing, you would have seen them kind of when you went to, like, Arthur's lab, except these are, like, old, they're, like, televisions. So Arthur had, like, holographic, like, advanced technology, and these are, like, they clearly
Radios?
are much older. Not radios, but, like, they're old TVs that are, like, filled with static. But, like, that's the closest comparison to anything you've seen before.
So I think Shui was about to, like, start walking forward. Like, I think he took a step forward and then stopped when these screens appeared in front of him. There's nothing on them but the static, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shui's like, whoa. What? Hello?
Hello, Shui.
Where does it sound like the voice is coming from?
The TVs.
What? Wait. He looks at the one in front of him.
As you're looking at it, you see it kind of seems to, like, start to melt into the ground and, like, form this, like, black ooze in front of you that kind of, like, spreads out and appears to go into those televisions.
You don't sound like Winona.
No, not Winona, although I'm a little close to her.
Who are you?
Well, I can't tell you that. You might die.
Okay. Hey, what was that thing in front of me? Was that a radio?
No. That was the old version. I am the upgrade.
Old version of what?
A god.
Oh. You're a new god?
Yes, the new true god of this world. Well, actually, I already was very far into the future. I just had to take the position a bit earlier than intended.
So, it's nice to meet you then. Why do you want to talk to me?
I guess you're up next on my list. Forgot about these responsibilities from the olden days.
What responsibilities do you have, as a god?
A lot of them, making sure things run smoothly.
Oh shoot, he doesn't understand. But it's okay, that's not meant for him to understand.
You do see kind of, like, these TVs, as he says, like, making sure things run smoothly. Each one of those TVs kind of, like, slowly start to go out until there's only one still lit up in front of you. And you see standing behind that TV a very tall blue figure with what appears to be a plague mask. This creature seems to be about 10 feet tall, towering over this television.
Whoa, you're really tall.
That's the first thing you said. Interesting.
Your mask kind of reminds me of Master Peter's. He looks back at the screen. He's like, hey, can I touch it?
Sure.
He's gonna try to touch it. Like, it's an old TV. Does it have like a little dial or something?
Yeah.
I want to twist it.
You twist it, and when you kind of are staring at it, staring within the static within, you see kind of like yourself staring back for a moment, but then it very quickly seems to, like, distort. Your hair seems to grow, like, very long and almost, like, sparks up as it, like, these two horns protrude from your head, and the TV just kind of seems to short circuit and go out.
Was that me?
I don't know, was it?
Looked like me, but I think I had horns. Or something.
Oh, right. I remember you in my research. You're that manufactured spark.
Oh. What is What?
Oh, whatever. I can upgrade you still. What is it that you desire?
I want to know what that word you said it was. No. No, what is it that I desire?
Yes, what is it that you want?
He kind of thinks for a bit, and he's like tugging his hair. He's like, well, Nana asked me the same thing.
Did she try to upgrade you? That's funny.
He said it with such, like, fucking sass. Okay, God. Okay, Shui. What does Shui want?
Anything in the world, just name it. Do you want to be taller too? I can do that.
Oh, I'd love to be taller, but that's not what I want right now. I think what I... He's putting like a hand on his chin, and he's like thinking really hard. And he's like, God. Okay. Pause. What did everybody else ask for? I can't remember.
Brandy has to be better. Viath has to be the chosen one. Theo wanted to be able to help.
Did he really ask
Yeah,
that?
he dead ass asked, like, I want to be the next chosen one. It's the chosen one that everyone can believe in.
Something like that, yeah.
I think after what happened at Greenflower, I wish I could just, I don't know. I just want to be able to take away the bad things.
Take away the bad things. That's vague.
Like, yeah, so many people got hurt because of that fight and because of my trial, and I know that I might have done something really bad when I was younger. I just want to be able to, I don't know, take that away, or, you know, he says. He can't put his like thoughts into words.
That particular phrasing is interesting, but I suppose I could relate to that. Taking away the bad things that you've done. I could do that. I could do anything. I'm God.
He sounds like he was saying that more to himself than to like Shui. I can do anything.
Wonder how that works if I was already God, but I killed God again. Does that cancel? So many paradoxes going on.
You're like a super god.
I like that. We'll go with that.
Shui says, you're funny.
Funny. Well, I suppose our time here should be over here pretty soon. You're sleeping right now, so we'll wake up in a few moments.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Kind of wrings his fingers. He's like, do you know where Master Dashi is?
Master Dashi. Hold on. Rewind. Refreshing. Oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, wow. That long? Yes.
You know where she is?
You made some kind of request, didn't you? To keep her safe, or to help her, or something like that.
That's what I asked Winona for.
Yes. Yes. Took a minute. So she's probably with her.
She's with she's with Winona right now?
Probably. That rabbit's an idiot. She doesn't know how to do much.
Shui sighs like a huge like sigh of relief. He's like, oh, thank goodness. I thought something bad might have happened to her.
Well, something bad will happen to her if you don't get her on the moon.
How do I get in there?
You've gotten in there before, haven't you?
Well, not by myself, I don't think.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Shui's like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
You usually do.
Shui just kind of looks back at the screen again. Will I be able to talk to you again?
Probably. Considering who you are. Probably. We're going to have a lot of talks at some point, but then all the talking will end and things will stop.
Alright. It went over his head. Or while he's taking a couple steps back. Since you can't tell me your name, I'll just call you Super God.
That's fine. We can do that.
Shui smiles, and he is getting ready to wake up. Well then, Super God, I guess I'll see you later.
You blink for a moment, and then he's suddenly right in front of you, like leaning down, like bending almost, like in half to like be right in front of your face.
Okay.
So you're very close to that mask, and can see those eyes staring out at you, and you see kind of underneath this cloak, like a hand come out and grab you by the face, and just.
Normally, this is the part where you in particular would forget, but it's very important you remember this. I need someone to know that I'm coming, if they fail again. So, make very sure you remember this and tell everyone.
And then you wake up.
Thank you to our patrons, Vessel, Scribe the Kenku, Z, JinxyFries, Jessica Long, Charles, Claytor, and the Magic Man. All these deities supporting us. That's a little intimidating. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Bye for now, fellow Sparks.
Taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption.